Hello guys, welcome to the Jobs and Education YouTube channel. In this video we are going to see some more previous physics ESET questions 2021 paper. Let's see the first question. Here the question reads the dimensional formula of potential energy. What is the dimensional formula of potential energy? We know that potential energy PE equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity into height. So the dimensional formula for mass is m, and for the dimensional formula of g, acceleration due to gravity, is L by t square, and the dimensional formula for h is L. So now the dimensional formula for potential energy gives as m L square t power minus 2. The second option is correct, m L square t power minus 2. Let's see the next question. The question reads, in case of superconductor, one among the following statement is incorrect. From these four statements, we should find the incorrect statement about superconductor. Superconductor is a metal which acts both as conductor and insulator. So the first statement reads, the resistivity drops suddenly at transition temperature. This is the correct statement. Second statement, it is paramagnetic below its transition temperature. This is the wrong statement about superconductor. Specific heat discontinuity occurs at transition temperature. This is correct statement. It will become diamagnetic below its transition temperature. This is also correct. So the incorrect statement about superconductor is second option. It is paramagnetic below its transition temperature. Now let's move to the next question. The question reads, which of the following statement is true regarding superconductors? He is asking the true statement regarding superconductors. Superconductors have high resistance at very low temperature and they are perfectly diamagnetic. This is wrong statement. Superconductors have high resistance at very low temperatures and they are perfectly ferromagnetic. This is also wrong statement. Superconductors have zero resistance at very low temperatures and they are perfectly paramagnetic. This is also wrong statement. And the fourth statement reads, superconductors have zero resistance at very low temperatures and they are perfectly diamagnetic. This is the correct statement. Superconductors have zero resistance at very low temperature. Now let's see the next question. The question reads, if the temperature remains constant, the volume of gas will be. If the temperature of a gas remains constant, what about the volume? Let's see the first option. Increase with decrease in pressure, decrease with decrease in pressure, not change with change in pressure, increase with increase in pressure. When a volume of gas, the temperature is constant, then what about the volume? This volume increases with decrease in pressure when temperature equals to constant. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Here the question reads, a gas at a pressure of 150 Newton per meter square or Newton meter power minus 2 is compressed to half its original volume. If the expansion is isothermal, the final pressure will be. He given that a gas at a pressure P1 equals to 150 Newton per meter square. And he said that is compressed to half its original volume. Now V1 equals to V and V2 equals to 0.5 V1. If the expansion is isothermal, the final pressure will be T equals to constant. When temperature is constant, pressure is inversely proportional to volume. So P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. P1 is 150 and V1 is V, that is equals to P2, and V2 is 0.5 V. So VV cancel. P2 equals to 150 by 0.5, which is nothing but 300 Newton per meter square. Fourth option is correct. Now let's move to the next question. The first law of thermodynamics is the law of. You know that first law of thermodynamics is the law of conservation of energy. Energy neither created nor destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another form. Third option is correct. Next question. Two equal vectors have a resultant equal to either. The angle between them will be. Given that two vectors are equal and resultant is equal to either of them. So assume two vectors p and q both equal and resultant r is also equal. We have formula r square equals to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. So r, p and q both are same equal. So p square equals to p square plus 2pp cos theta. P square equals to 2p square plus 2p square cos theta. Take common 2p square of 1 plus cos theta. P square by transfer this 2p square this side. P square cancel 1 by 2 and send this 1 left side. 1 by 2 minus 1 equals to cos theta. Cos theta equals to 1 minus 2 by 2, which is nothing but minus 1 by 2. For cos theta, the minus 1 by 2 angle is 120 degrees. So here the answer is 120 degrees. In case of an oblique projection, which statement is true with regard to its velocity components? In case of oblique projection, which statement is true regarding its velocity components? When the projection is oblique, the vertical components changes and the horizontal components remains constant. So vertical component changes but horizontal components remains constant. Next question. The vectors a bar and b bar are such that if a bar plus b bar equals to a bar minus b bar, then the angle between a bar and b bar will be. Options 90 degrees, 0 degrees, 180 degrees, cos theta. We'll see the answer. A bar plus b bar equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. A bar minus b bar equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab cos pi minus theta. Nothing but minus 2ab cos theta. So these both are equal. Now equate these two equations 1 and 2. A square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, that is equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. A square plus b square cancel. 2ab cos theta, 4ab cos theta, that is equals 0. And cos theta equals to 0. For cos theta, for which angle the 0 will come? Theta equals to 90. So the answer is theta equals to 90. Option A is correct. Theta equals to 90 degrees. The next question. The value of lambda for which two vectors 3i cap minus j cap plus k cap and 2i cap plus lambda j cap plus 2k cap are perpendicular. He given two vectors and he is saying that they are perpendicular and find the value of lambda. Option A minus 8, option B 8, option C 4, option D 2. Let A bar equals to 2i cap minus j cap plus 2k cap and b bar equals to I cap plus lambda j cap plus k cap. A bar is perpendicular to b bar. These two vectors are perpendicular. So a bar dot b bar equals 0. Now a bar dot b bar equals 0. Now multiply this 2 into 3 plus 1 minus 1 into lambda plus 2 into 1. So here 2 3s are 6 minus into lambda minus lambda plus 2, that is equals to 0, where lambda equals to 8. So here the answer is option B 8. Next question. An insect can jump a maximum horizontal distance of 20 centimeters. If it spends negligible time on the ground, with what speed can it travel along the road? If the maximum horizontal distance is 20 centimeters and it will spend negligible time on the ground, then what its speed? Option A 0.1 meter per second, option B 1 meter per second, option C 0.14 meter per second, option D 1.4 meter per second. Here we have the formula. Range of projectile is given by r equals to u square sin 2 theta by g. R equals to u square sin 2 theta by g. He given that the range will be, or height will be maximum. The height will be maximum when theta equals to 45 degrees. So substitute this theta in the u square to sin 2 theta by g formula. Take g equals 9.81, theta equals to 45, and r equals to 0.2 meters, nothing but 20 centimeters. So when you substitute this theta, g and r, you get u equals to root 2. So it can travel along the ground with speed, that is u cos theta. Root 2 cos 45 value 1 by root 2, then we'll get 1 meter per second. The answer is 1 meter per second, option B. Next question. A person holds a book weighing 1 kg between his hands and keeps it falling by pressing his hands together. If the minimum force exerted by each hand horizontally 49 newtons, what will be the coefficient of friction between the books and his hands? Option A 1, option B 10, option C 0.1, option D 0.01. Given that mass m equals to 1 kg and n force equals to 49 newtons. Take g equals 9.8 meter per second square. We have 2F equals to mg, and also force equals to frictional resistance into n. So 2F is nothing but 2Un, that is equals to mg. U equals to mg by 2n. Substitute this m, g and n values. M equals to 1, g 9.8 and n 49. We will get mu equals to 0.1. Frictional resistance will be 0.1. The answer 3 is correct, 0.1.